The watch party is up. Nice. Get your popcorn, everybody. Let's go. Some good music whenever we're waiting on it right here. Dude, chat goes crazy. Let's turn it down. Just had me some ramen. Does that count? Dang. You guys need to do better. I got first on all 3 platforms. That's true. Matt was everywhere. Matt was everywhere today. Excited to see what happens today with the live stream. Very excited. I think I want to put myself... maybe all the way down there in the corner. Smash. Smash. See his face. Smash. Guys, I started playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth last night whenever I got off. Guys, I'm so excited. Like, I'm dumb excited. I'm just here every day. That's all that matters to me. I do like it so far. I do like it. I mean, I've only gotten past the reactor, like, remembering thing. Like, whenever they're having the flashback at the reactor and what happened with Sephiroth. That's as far as I've gotten. But very good. That first part, very good. It's crazy because you kind of miss them fleeing from Midgard to the to that little town that they go to. I forget what the town's called. It just kind of picks up right there. They're already in the town. No, it's not available on PC. Oh, spoilers. Yeah, because, you know, Final Fantasy VII didn't come out in the 90s. Yeah, you're right. You're right. How dare I spoil the game? They are doing the story a little bit different, though, I believe. Hey, one of you that went over to the YouTube didn't like the video. That's crazy. It's just servers. The awning is unnecessary? No. It's necessary. Are they starting on time? That's 7 minutes early. There's no way they're starting right now. What's up, J True? That was me. I suck. I just recognized it. I be recognizing things. What's up, Battle Wolf? How you doing? I didn't. Exclamation point servers. Exclamation point servers. What's up, Bex? Anytime I wear a white shirt or a white hoodie, it makes my camera seem very dim. makes it seem like it's very dark in here. And I don't understand why. I don't understand what I have to do to make it better. I think you look stylish in white. I do like wearing white. I don't like what it does to the camera. Nah, dude, we on YouTube now. Mom, we made it. Saw, dude. How we doing? Vex, we're doing good, by the way. I am the darkness. Oh, that's crazy. Anyway, they said our live stream will be on, our next live stream will be on March 26th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. In a pinned message. What are we talking about? That's why we're here, dog. Why are you pinning that message? I didn't get a notification you were streaming. Did you do marbles already? Yeah. Yeah. I pinged the Discord and everything. Guys, quick question. Do we want to do GM farm into raids, or do we want to do just go straight into raids after we get done with this? Why are they spamming Zavala dialogue on Twitch chat? I don't know, man. It's very hive-minded in that. That's why we have chat turned off for the watch party. Raids. Imagine most of the goblins ain't here yet, but what would you rather do? I don't care. I know we've been doing a ton of GMs. I don't care. No more slammers, so now everyone wants raids. Log, raids. Munzie says raids. Because everybody wants to do raids. What's the raid rotation this week? It is Vault of Glass. It is Vault of Glass. PvP? Oh, we should do PvP. Well, so next week is going to be Iron Banner, I believe. I think. I think Iron Banner's next week. And that's where we'll be probably just doing PvP all week. Because there's going to be a new Waveframe grenade launcher that we could get. Honestly, this week in Destiny is probably more of a dead week. Why is that number there? Done. It was quick. I'll be putting your phone numbers in my Twitch chat, dude. I redeemed daily motivation if you didn't see it. It doesn't make a noise. But you know what else doesn't make a noise? The desire to do good things, all right? I don't know where I was going with that. Reaper, just crush it, man. Just be good. Just get good. Just be better. Today isn't better than you are. You are better than today is. Rise above the day. Get it done. Phoenix Soul with 1,000 bits. Plus, you have my number already? I do. I send pictures to it all the time. Just rise above the day, Reaper. Just be better than the bad part of the day. Be better than the bad part of the day. As long as you can make it over the worst part of the day, then you'll win. You know what I'm saying? You just have to be better than the worst part of the day. Vex with another 1,000 middies. Why are we doing 1,000 middies? What's happening, guys? What is happening? We just started a hype train for no reason. Wanted Splicer, thank you for coming in on TikTok. We appreciate you. I don't know what those emotes were that you just sent in chat, Reaper. I'm going to assume they're good things. I got a new badge. Oh, no way. Is that the... Oh, it is a 10K badge. Nightwolf with the gifted sub, defeating my ego. Thank you for the gifted sub. Yeah, we got a little hype train going. What a start. What What a start to the live stream, man. We got 2 minutes till we get started. Thank you for the 1,000 biddies, both of you. Y'all are insane. It was a smile with a tear emoji. You'll make it, man. It's yeah. I think it's a new saying, man. I just came up with that, man. Be better than the worst part of the day. For the camera, bring up your exposure to compensate for the white hoodie. Oops. There it is. I guess I could play with these settings before even asking, you know?
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good day, and good time zone to you all. And welcome back to our second of 3 live streams to go ahead and talk about what's going to be coming with Destiny 2 Into the Light on April 9th. As a reminder, everything you're about to see is available to all players, just as was everything last week when we went ahead and had a chance to go ahead and walk through Onslaught.
What's up, Mike?
Today, we've obviously got a few topics that we touched on last week. We got a new social space to go ahead and check out. We're going to look at some rewards, obviously, and maybe an up-close and personal look at the Brave Arsenal. But of course, I'm not the only one who's going to be talking
on time. True.
I'm joined by an all-star cast of folks here from the Bungie development team, and I'm going to go ahead and go on down the line and introduce them. If you were here last week, you obviously recognize his face, but Tom Farnsworth, Senior Design Lead, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, yeah. And a little bit about myself here. I've been at Bungie for about 12 years, maybe a little longer. It's been a while.
A decade plus.
And obviously there's some stuff we're going to be looking at today that's kind of like full circle.
Yeah.
With, the Space Tiger logo and the light there from the early days of Destiny. And I've been fortunate to, I was able to place the Kavastov way back in Cosmo for y'all to pick up.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, that was something. Obviously, it was
foundation.
Teams are stronger than heroes is a big team effort, but there's a few things that I'm really having had a chance to work and proud to interact with players. And then there's some things I'm a little more infamous for, like placing the drop pods in Homecoming.
So follow him on Twitter, let him know how you thought about that, right?
And then over the past few years, I've been working on Sizzins and things like the 30th and Into the Light as a creative lead.
Awesome. Very cool. Thank you very much for your hard work. As someone who's played a lot of it, excited to go ahead and dive in more with even more of it today. And of course, also we're joined by Chris Proctor, Senior Design Lead here at Bungie. Chris, for the fine folks at home who may not have heard you on a podcast or know anything about you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do here at Bungie?
Yeah, Andy, thanks. I joined Bungie 4.5 years ago as weapons feature lead for Destiny 2. So a bunch of Destiny releases. This will be my 17th with Into the Light.
Is that all?
Yeah. Going through like a bunch of greatest hits.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. We obviously have a lot of stuff to talk through with the Brave Arsenal today, and greatest hits, I think, is probably the best way to
I agree, Mike.
And of course, last but very not least, down at the end, the one and only Kelsey Rice, systems designer.
Yeah, I was going to get that
Kelsey,
helmet.
How you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing great.
All right, well, obviously the third verse, same as the second and the first. For the folks at home who may not know you or know anything about your work, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do here at Bungie?
Yes, I'd love to. First, yes, I'm a systems designer at Bungie. I've been here for about 2.5 years, and I work on a lot of fun stuff like quests and pursuits and progressions, a lot of like spreadsheet design, which I really love.
The fabric that holds all of our adventures together, honestly.
Yes.
Very exciting. Well, obviously you've had a big hand in Into the Light as well today. We're going to go ahead and dive into that here in just a bit. But before we go ahead and dive on, is there anything you guys are excited about today in particular, or should we just go ahead and show rather than just tell? What do you think? Show it is. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and dive on in. Dive on in, rather. So we're going to start off. We have a brand new social space, the Hall of Champions, that we're going to.
Thank you for the hype train.
Kelsey, show you.
2,000 biddies, gifted sub, level 2 complete at 50%. Thank you so much.
Bring me your tithes.
Perfect, excellent. That's right. There are tithes to be gathered. Now, while we're on the way, Tom, the Hall of Champions is a brand new social space here in Destiny 2. Where
we
is
get to
this?
see the social space. Let's go.
Where has this place been? Why are we checking it out now?
So Shax has carved out just a little bit of the backstage of the tower.
Yeah.
And you're going to see a few little fun nods here to Destiny history.
Yep. All right, we're looking at it now on screen.
Yeah, we've got Kelsey on screen here. We got Sweepy Bot. and this is actually the lead up to the Hall of Champions.
This is where they keep it all the time.
Yeah, this is where, there's an off season for a lot of the holiday events.
Yeah, little pile of snow.
And there's a little snow there. There's some greenery.
This is interesting. All right, so we found a bit of the storage room to a degree. So he's carved out space maybe that has been hiding in plain view potentially for other sweeper pots or red jacks around the tower.
And there's some stuff from the Onslaught, this ADU.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Some little
Noah put it here himself.
No, and all the space. Like if we just take a step forwards, you're gonna see. There we go. Here's the Champions Hall.
Oh, the champion. That's the Champions Hall. Okay.
And just like Zur kind of carved out Eternity for the 30th anniversary, Shaxx has kind of set this space aside for us and Into the Light, where all your armor, your weapons, your rewards. This is going to be your home base for Into the Light.
Yeah, she's holding the recluse.
All right, well, Kelsey, can you go ahead and show us a little bit? We're going to go ahead and walk up here. We see a whole bevy of chests, actually. Let's go ahead and start there. What are we looking at, and how do we go ahead and start cracking these open, rather?
Yeah, so as you can see, this space is just full of chests. As you can see here, all the class icons on the floor, a little bit like 30th. You can come here to redeem this currency, trophies of bravery that you're going to earn from completing Onslaught.
So this is like Zur's treasure hoard
Destiny.
for the Onslaught.
So all of these trophies here, if you progress your hype with Shaxx, you'll be able to spend them here at all these chests to get a really cool set of armor. I can pull open my character so you can see what that looks like on the Hunter.
That's right. Also, too, so for the folks at home, we went ahead and mentioned this as well online, but as a quick reminder, this is actually an armor set that's inspired by year 1 of Destiny 2.
New armor set.
Tom, this is the parade armor
This
set
is the Onslaught armor set.
So like
That's sick.
The D2 year 1 parade armor.
That's right. Yeah.
You had it in Homecoming. It's kind of a classic set. We're again like full circle here with we were like beginning the Destiny 2.
A very cool armor set.
Kind of, ending the fight here. We're getting ready to take the fight to the Witness, and Shaxx has got this iconic set of armor. We're calling it the Parade Armor 2.0.
Yeah.
And everyone can earn it. It's available to all players.
Excellent.
And there's some other cosmetics we can show off here that kind of play with it too.
Very nice. And also too, for folks out there, we have the Hunter here. Actually, Kelsey, can we check out the armor set one more time?
Yeah.
For the folks at home. Also too, so this is an up close and personal look, obviously, at this armor set, which will be available to everyone that goes ahead and jumps into the Light. Also too, there's a Titan set and a Warlock set, we should also say. That you can go ahead and see in the key art as well, but obviously this will be arriving on April 9th. So
it'll be in the key art.
And go hands-on, but yeah, it's looking fresh, honestly. I wouldn't be upset to go ahead and don that armor. Oh boy.
I like the boots. It's pretty cool.
We're working on all this stuff because we were kind of waiting to finally see that.
It looks kind of like Assassin's Creed-esque.
23
resilience, oh no. I ain't getting into any PvP or PvE activities.
We're now hanging out with Shaxx, and is that our site over there as well?
Yes, that is our site. And
Very
one
cool.
last chest I want to point out here.
Oh,
too.
please.
This one is going to be your hub for just grinding out weapons. So those trophies that you'll be collecting with Shaxx, you can just keep redeeming them here, and you'll be able to get all your guns here. And this one here is, we're bringing back the Gift of the Thunder Gods. So if you need to catch up on your power level to make sure that you're ready to hop right in, that's something you can do as well.
That's right, and honestly, it's again, as a reminder, this is available to all players, and so if you've got any friends that maybe aren't quite at that powerful cap, also too, actually, should double check, this will bring folks up to the powerful cap, was it?
Powerful, not pinnacle.
That's right, okay, perfect.
I'm not playing right now. This is the dev live stream L30.
Even if they maybe haven't played, very much recently, they got a chance to go ahead and just catch right up.
They'll be ready.
Be ready for day
This
one.
is our Into the Light preview.
Perfect.
They're doing once a week for 3
Shaxx,
weeks.
As a starting point. So how are we going to be working with Shaxx, obviously? He's opened up his Den of Antiquities to us, but Kelsey, can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so we need to pull out all the stops in defeating the Witness. So Shaxx has opened up his brave arsenal for us. As you can see, Shaxx is really like the shining star of this area. I've been kind of panning by all these hollow Shaxxes that line the space, which I'll be happy to talk about in a moment.
Oh yes.
But yeah, let's go talk to him and see what he's got. So over the course of Into the Light, as you earn reputation with him, you're going to be able to progress and get all this cool stuff. One thing in particular I want to point out.
Interesting.
This key.
A super black key. Is that what I'm seeing over there, Kelsey?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and I wonder where that goes.
So maybe people that are D1 vets potentially from back in the day might remember this. Is this what's this symbiote we're looking back here?
Yeah, right now it's pretty powerful. It's in containment, but if you keep playing into the light, you'll be able to get access to the keys you need to unlock.
Yo.
This, and get access to the shader.
Oh, it's so good. All right. So obviously, too, yes, as a reminder, heads up to everyone. So one of the ultimate rewards.
Wrath of the
available
Machine
through this
confirmed.
will indeed be the return of the Super Black shader.
And we
It's
get
back.
Super Black
Finally,
shader.
it's
That's
back.
pretty
There's
cool.
probably some song lyrics to go along with that. I couldn't tell you what they are, but I will say to the Destiny Fashion subreddit, we are prepared for you to go ahead and take this on wholesale. So actually, let's go ahead and take a look. Let's go ahead and just equip Super Black and give it a look really
shader
quickly. Oh,
is back.
Chat, how do you
Huge.
feel? Come on. It does not get much better
That's
than that.
crazy. Super Black shader is back.
So Shax is obviously going to be there to help us get rewards. In addition to the Brave Arsenal and the armor, Super Black is waiting for us. So tell us a little bit about Arsight as well, actually. He's I'm not sure if many people in the chat know about him. He's usually lived in lore entries, but let's go ahead and get a look and see what we're going to be working with him on.
Yeah. So our site has a lot of quests for us, and we did some pretty interesting things, in my opinion, with some of
Jury.
the quests you can pick up from our site.
Bong
We're gonna unlock a
guillotine?
couple
Like,
things.
what are
They
these?
also have very fun
Jury
puns
duty,
that we had
practice session,
a lot
okay.
of fun working on. For every single weapon
Thanks,
that
Mike.
we're going to be talking about today, there's a corresponding quest.
How would
Once
Wrath
you've
make sense with the
completed
current
quest
story?
for
It wouldn't
that
make sense with the
weapon,
current
you're
story.
going to
This
be
is
able
old
to
stuff.
unlock access to that weapon dropping as rewards. But there's two other really cool
This is like
things,
past stuff.
that we can talk about there.
Things that are locked
One,
away,
We
vaulted.
have these special limited
Outlawed
edition,
weapons.
Appearances for the Brave Arsenal.
Yeah.
So completing these quests, you're going to get a guaranteed, curated copy of these limited edition weapons.
Excellent.
Which I'm happy to show because they look rad. And you'll unlock attunement, which is something I can talk about in a second.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's take a look at some of these.
So here's a look, of course. Obviously, for the folks at home, they may remember this one. I get a hunch that chat obviously is getting a little excited, but I know it's so exciting.
So cool.
Mountaintop has returned. So this
Auto-loading
is a quick
Vorpal.
look at the Mountaintop. Obviously, Chris, we're going to dive in more with the whole Brave Arsenal in a little bit, but this is, I believe she touched on the limited edition versions of these, the ornaments that exist on there. Can you tell us a little bit about what the limited edition?
It's a dev build,
variants
Reister. They're not up in the
are that are
power cap.
available over
This
the course
is
of
dev
Interlight?
loadouts.
Sure, yeah. So the Brave Arsenal weapons will drop from Onslaught, and we're talking
Dev
about
loadouts are
attunement
juiced.
and whatnot here. There is a low chance that one will drop as a limited edition variant, which comes pre-equipped with a super shiny ornament that's
Yeah.
locked to that weapon.
Yeah.
So the
Edge Transit.
here
Very
is,
cool.
The limited edition variant. These are kind of exotic levels of fancy.
Yeah.
So you can't apply shaders to the ornaments. You have to remove the ornament first.
Got it.
The ornaments will only be available up until the final shape launches.
Yeah.
Or the limited edition variants.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So the base versions will continue to be available.
All right. So there's the ultimate I was there version with the limited edition on there, but other than that, after the final shape launches, people will still be able to get these weapons and keep farming for them.
Yeah, there's like they have super cool visuals. They drop with double perks in both trait columns, but they don't have any other gameplay differences. So if you've got a great base weapon, you don't need to go and get
Just cosmetic.
cosmetic only.
Fair enough. Makes sense. Absolutely. All right, we're going to be able to test these out in a little bit. So obviously, we're going to go through all of these here in just a bit. Chat, there's a taste of just a few. We're glad that you get a chance to go ahead and check it out. But also, too, for the folks that want to go ahead and farm these rolls out. Kelsey, I believe you just mentioned attunement. Can you tell us a little bit more about that before we move on?
Yes, I'd love to. So one cool thing that you can do when completing these weapon quests, once they're available at our site, is attune to a weapon. So let's say that there's a weapon you really want to drop. You can bend luck in your favor and make it more likely for that weapon to appear. So for example, I can do that now. Let's do Recluse.
Yeah.
So
Chat seems to be pretty hyped on Recluse.
So, if you're looking around, you'll see there's all of these Shaxes everywhere, which we just had an absolute blast working with and coming up with. And once you've unlocked attunement, you can just freely do this at any time.
What is this? This is the Into the Light
Change
dev
your
stream for
attunement
Destiny
anytime.
2. Previewing all the new old
Yes.
weapons coming
Fire.
back and new shaders and stuff. This is in Destiny 2? Yes. This is a dev live stream.
Got our thumbs up. We're
Get
good.
the affirmation from Shax, never hurts.
Yeah, I can always use more affirmations from.
It never hurts, honestly. He shouts them very effectively, I might add.
Yes. So yeah. At any point, you can just visit another one. I could even just go and, unattune and reattune to my heart's content. Just once you've unlocked it, you can do that at any time.
Awesome.
So yeah, pick your favorites that you want to chase, and you'll have a much higher chance of getting them.
Excellent. All right. Obviously, the Hall of Champions has a lot in store. There's even more, obviously, chat than is even here. But we see what you're saying in chat. I feel the electricity in the air. I should also note one more thing. You should all go out and farm with impunity to go ahead and get the rolls you want, ultimately, because with the arrival of the final shape, we'll indeed be adding 100 more vault slots. So go out there, grab the rolls, grab 27 Edge Transit, and hold on to them until you get a chance to Google which one has the God roll. All up to you. But we just wanted to let you know that with the arrival of the final shape, you'll be getting 100 more vault slots. So go ahead and dive on in and grab whatever you want to go ahead and chase.
I know you'll use this
Excellent. All right. I think that's a solid tour of the Hall of Champions. I think maybe at this point we go ahead and start diving on in with the Brave Arsenal. Tom, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'll hop in. Let's go clean out some lost sectors.
There we go. Excellent.
Yeah.
We got some demos to run as well. All right, everyone. So this is as a quick look at the Hall of Champions as well. Now we're going to go ahead and dive on in and look at the Brave Arsenal. Now, Chris, obviously you were intrinsically involved with kind of setting this whole thing up, with building the Brave Arsenal, deciding what was out there.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you guys landed on this iconic set of Destiny weapons for Into the Light?
Yeah, and we all have our own favorite weapons internally, and wanted to make sure that we delivered on a ton of nostalgia for the whole like Destiny 2 weapons.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If you look on Reddit or
We
Twitter,
love
there are
nostalgia.
hundreds of weapons that these could be.
Yeah.
We had to narrow it down to 12. It's like we couldn't reasonably fit any more into the activity.
Yeah.
We couldn't necessarily afford to make many more than that.
Here we go.
So it's
Little
yeah,
aggressive
a whole set of
burst,
weapons
blast
from across,
furnace, dude.
Destiny's
Little
history.
head
The
seeker on that?
ones, most of them are from
What's that second?
earlier in
What was that train on the
For those
right?
have been terrorized by Blast Furnace and the Crucible. It's back now.
Last Stand?
Obviously. Yeah, honestly, Tom, let's go ahead and just kind of walk through these. Let's go ahead and take us at a hung jury I see next as well.
Sure, I can just. Do you want me to
Okay,
I'll just
start with the
mouse
blast.
over them here? Blast furnace, hung jury,
Jury returns as well.
Session. Very cool.
For anyone that hasn't had a chance to dive into
Midnight
Deep Stone, they can
Coup!
get their hands on a raid weapon as well.
Yeah, I should just touch on Succession. And there's,
Yeah, please.
Forbearance in there as well. But these are fairly recent weapons, but they are.
Oh,
by default,
everybody
you have
loves
to own the
Succession,
release that
dude.
Those raids came out in, so you have to own Beyond Light if you want to get Succession. You have
Right.
to own Witch Queen if you want to get Forbearance.
Yeah.
The Onslaught versions of these weapons, or the Brave Arsenal versions, are available to all players.
Nice.
So you get a taste of what, like, the raw power of a raid weapon.
Yeah. Which honestly, once you get Succession in your hand, suddenly everything feels so alive. Like it's like a ton of bricks. Let's see. We also have, there we go, Midnight Coup. For anyone who watched last week, thank you, Noah, as well, for going ahead and showing this off. Midnight Coup obviously makes an incredibly triumphant return. Actually, can you adjust it just so it shows the waves in the shader, Tom? There we go.
There we go.
That never gets old, honestly. Harkens back to one of my favorite times in the Black Armory. Excellent. All right, so we have a full list here. So we've gone over all of them in the primary slot. Let's go ahead and move on down to the green ammo selection as well. Obviously, Recluse chat, you've all noticed that. We're just as happy that it's back as
Dude,
you are.
That's
so
the
take a look
Void
at what
Build
else we got.
monster right there.
Luna's Howl, of course. Actually, in particular with Luna's Howl, I know we were talking about this a little bit earlier, but these weapons are not necessarily their previous estate, just kind of held in stasis, but you guys have brought them forward with new perks. You've kind of done some redesigns as well. With Luna Howls in particular, you were mentioning that the Magnificent Howl perk has undergone a rework as well.
Yeah, in its original shipping form, that was way too strong because it would let you two-tap a Guardian in PvP incredibly fast with the perk up.
Yeah.
180 RPM. So we've
Well,
brought
it just
Luna's
said it's
Howl
way too
forward
strong,
as
so I assume they dumped it down a little bit.
140 RPM hand cannon. But
They made it a
it
140?
has
Wasn't
precision
Luna's-
frame, So it's super easy.
Was it
to
a 180?
well.
Yeah.
We've also redesigned the.
I thought it was a
Magnificent
140
Howl
before.
perk. So that now lets you build up stacks of super bullets. A little bit reminiscent of.
That was a poor time, Dad.
With precision final blows.
Link your Prime.
And then you can
Use your Prime
unleash
sub,
some
brother.
guardians to do massive damage. You
I
can
gotta make money too,
requires
Deadshot.
more effort.
Yeah.
And obviously very strong in PvE as well.
Yeah, got to bide your time and actually land those headshots.
Yeah.
I'm
Wait,
saying
so you
that
can get
mostly
forbearance
myself
without
and
doing
Uber
Vow?
as I get
I don't know
upset
if-
for losing another round of trials, but
They said
So we had,
forbearance is gonna be
two
in
hand
here.
cannons in this release, Midnight Coup and Luna's Howl.
that's right. Yeah.
We assigned those to two different designers.
Yeah.
And
Hang on,
there's
is that a
competition
forbearance
going on
down
to see
there?
Which one is more popular or is more effective? So
So everyone
I'm
out
sorry,
there in chat
Deadshot.
right now should let us know which one of those two ends up being their favorite.
Yep.
We have an actual debt to settle.
We got an awesome
internally
community
here by
that
the
gives a
sounds
lot
of
of subs, though.
it. Which one do you think is going to win, Chris?
I'm a little biased.
Little biased?
I have my Midnight Coup from the Leviathan raid still in my vault.
Oh, yeah.
I'm deeply attached to that weapon.
Fair enough. All right.
Like I said,
Let's see here. All right. Also, Elsie's. So actually, here's a cool one as well.
Yeah.
This is no longer the Stranger's rifle. This is Elsie's rifle now.
Yeah, Elsie's no longer a stranger.
I bet we can. If we can and we'll have the same perks, it will.
Destiny 1 weapon that everyone who played through the Destiny 1 campaign
That's pretty cool.
acquired as the Stranger's rifle. It's come forward with as close to its original feel as we could manage, updated for the Destiny.
Very cool.
It's got a ton
That's
of,
very
cool
nostalgic.
traits. It's really very, very strong, high impact pulse rifle. It's running the rewind.
Phoenix
rounds,
gifting subs, Nightwolf gifting subs. You guys are crazy.
for Bolt of Glass.
Yeah.
The D2 version, which harks back to the original perks on the Stranger's rifle in D1 as well.
And this one already looks filthy, if I might say, with Zen Moment and Desperado on there.
Desperado, yeah.
Did the room get colder, or what just happened, honestly? And also, too, so there's a new, actually, as long as we're there, Tom, if you wouldn't mind actually opening that back up, there's a new origin trait, pardon me, as well on these.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, the Indomitability trait, final blows with a...
I guess it was 140. I made a mistake. I thought it was 140. Somebody else just said 180 in TikTok chat. That's that hive mind kind of coming together. It was 140 before.
Yeah, designed to keep you in the fight either way.
You can tell by the way the frame is built.
All right, Tom, let's go ahead and keep checking out. What else?
It's not one of those 180 frames.
Forbearance.
So forbearance. It has disruption, bacon, chain reaction. I assume it has ambitious assassin and chain reaction.
Forbearance forward also too into the light. Like, what did you add new perks into the pool, or what did you guys end up doing to kind of retain that classic feel?
Yeah, so we wanted it to feel like the Witch Queen version, but with slightly updated perks. So the perk pools are fairly similar, but with a couple of spicy additions. So you'll notice disruption
Additions.
left column on a waveframe grenade launcher, super strong.
Yeah.
It's not something that you get on the original
That'd
version.
be disgusting.
Yeah, but it's got all of the old classics.
Yeah.
It's got the new Indomitability origin trait instead of the Soul Drinker trait. And that's the same is true of any other weapons which had already shipped with origin traits.
Yeah. Oh, it looks so good with that
Okay.
ornament on there. And of course, I think was that a limited edition ornament on the Recluse as well that you have over there?
Yep, there's
Yeah,
a base
just
and
look at the...
Oh, let's take a look. There we go. That's, again, the ultimate I was there. As you go ahead and begin your showdown with the Witness, with the arrival of the final shape, it doesn't hurt to have one of these sitting on your hip, obviously, to go ahead and make a statement the moment you walk into the room.
Yeah, and this one is the curated version. The natural drops of the limited edition variants do have double
perk out? That's right. Yeah. Excellent. And of course, our beloved Edge Transit.
Yeah,
Couldn't keep it away if we wanted to.
When we were looking at the fan favorite weapons, like we wanted to bring forward some of the strongest weapons from Forsaken.
Yeah.
He has like fond memories of blasting away raid bosses with Edge Transit.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. There's amazing memes associated with this weapon.
Yeah.
We actually brought it forward as one of the strongest heavy ammo grenade launchers.
Yeah, I was
Nice.
we were talking about that earlier. You're saying this one just hits like an absolute ton of bricks now.
Oh yeah, you can see some of the perks there. It's
I wonder if they'll disable this for day one.
This is already looking pretty good. This is one that would
I'd like
obviously
to have
find
it.
a home in my loadout. My Void one specifically, but I'm also picky about that kind of thing.
Definitely a weapon you need to
What
get
else
for
do we
day
have
one,
here?
Edge Transit, just in case they don't disable
One
it.
and only the Falling Guillotine. Now, actually, one thing that you mentioned as we were kind of talking about this earlier as well that was kind of cool is this is also going to be probably the first sword outside of those available in Crota's End, I believe, that has sword logic on it as well.
Yeah,
that's
that's right.
roll with sword logic.
Seemed like a great opportunity to put that perk on something that isn't from that raid.
It's not-
And
it's a
earlier
dev
than
build,
we
it's a dev
put,
build.
Raid perks onto a new weapon.
Yeah. I'm also going to
Seemed
echo
like-
chat here for a second. Is that Eager Edge I see on there?
That is an Eager Edge, yeah.
Okay.
It'll only be the
Eager Edge on a
second
Falling
sword
Guillotine vortex
outside
frame.
of 30th anniversary.
Yeah.
Have access to
It
that.
would basically just be the Slammer and then the Falling Guillotine
Yeah,
from...
that's
Yeah, that's it. That's exciting.
Another Eager Edge vortex
And this
frame.
one has like the classic Void perk combo of Repulsor Brace,
Yeah.
destabilizing rounds. It's good fun. And
Falling Guillotine comes with
just doesn't
repulsor
get old,
brace and
honestly, yeah.
destabilizing.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we're also joined by...
Hammerhead!
Hammerhead, honestly. It's as long as you're dipping your toe into the world of the Black Armory, this is obviously one that has to come forward.
Everyone's favorite legendary machine.
So
Yeah,
sick.
seriously.
You can't go past it.
It just, from the sound to the rate of fire, everything about it just is one that lives on in my memories and my dream journals, honestly, at this point. This is looking fantastic. All right, so we have a whole cast of characters. Now, Tom, you've got some loadouts set up. You've got some lost sectors that you're going to go ahead and start diving in on. I vote you go in there and start tearing it up. So we're already there. Okay, that's fantastic.
The classic Mountaintop Recluse combo here.
Yeah.
And there's some new stuff with Mountaintop too, where you can rocket jump.
That's right. So I'm so glad we got to that point this early because one of the things that was really cool about sort of seeing this development process behind the scenes was, obviously one of the core tenets was to make sure that you're retaining that classic feel of these weapons and kind of what made them so great to begin with. But you've kind of done some redesigns and expanded even just on the loot pool, or pardon me, on the perk pool rather. How did you guys kind of go about the process of sort of rebuilding these weapons for this modern era of Destiny?
Yeah, I mean, we held off on bringing Mountaintop into the sort of modern Destiny because it was just way too strong in both PvP and in PvE.
Yeah.
In PvP, it was like a pretty unpleasant meta when Mountaintop was part of everyone's loadout, so we definitely didn't want it to be able to one-hit kill even with a direct hit in PvP anymore.
Fair.
So we've reduced that a little bit. But we also saw how excited people were for the Danger Zone rocket launcher perk, launching you into the air. So we've made that part of the base behavior of the new micro missile frame grenade launcher intrinsic. So we do super low self damage and give yourself a massive physics impulse.
Yeah. The Team Fortress 2 soldier mains are just suddenly dusting off their rocket launchers in real time right now, obviously. So obviously too is, going ahead and adding just not only to the perk pool, but kind of the intrinsic feel of these weapons. Were there any others in particular when you guys—
I got just one shot with the Edge Transit.
This is how this needs to go. Like obviously Magnificent Howl got a change.
Bro, just one shot of Yellow Bar with the Edge Transit like it was casual, dude. 1830. 1830 on that weapon. He's supposed to be doing a lot of damage.
Black Armory version.
Relax a little bit. It's not going to do that in the real game for sure. There's no way it does.
Internally, we felt
Will all this be free? No, it's all free. This is all free. Into the Light is 100% free for everybody.
Yeah.
And with the changes,
Even if you don't have the past raids, they already said it, you can still get these weapons that are locked behind past raids.
Pre-equipped with that scope geometry, but it can roll barrels instead, so you get all the benefits of stats.
Oh, awesome.
Stats are already pretty
Imagine if it did, dude. I'm not. I'm ready to get my hands on it. I know that.
Also, too, to channel chat one more time, as a quick heads up as well, these weapons, while they won't be craftable, they are going to be enhanceable. Is that correct?
They will be enhanceable.
These weapons will retroactively be enhanceable when the final shape comes out. So any drops that you get during this initial period, you'll be able to enhance them.
W
Okay,
Bungie.
so you want to make sure to really hold on to those god rolls that Light.gg went ahead and told you about. Yeah. All right, so Tom, you've swapped your loadout now. Is this Blast Furnace we see you were?
Yeah, you were just talking about Blast Furnace, so I thought I'd hop over to it.
It's thematic, yeah.
Nice and smooth, like it always was.
Kelsey, actually too, on your side, obviously having this new tapestry of rewards to work with has been pretty exciting. As you kind of went ahead and sort of hatched your plans of how players would go about getting these, kind of what role did these weapons play, I guess, in the overall reward structure?
Yeah, of course. So we wanted the rewards of this release to be all about the weapons. The shining stars, they're awesome. I saw people were asking a little bit about what we're going to be getting from Onslaught.
Yeah.
There's a lot of chests in there, and every single chest has a weapon in it, and all of those chests can react to attunement. So if you attune to a weapon, anytime you see a chest, it's going to happen. So
excellent.
Every set, not every wave, that'd be crazy. Every set, there's a chest with a weapon in it. If you do it at higher difficulty, there are 2 chests. They both have weapons in them. And if you keep the ADU alive throughout the entirety of Onslaught, there's another bonus chest available. So you can get a lot. If you just keep yourself kicking and get all the way through there, keep the ADU up, there's a lot of guns to be had.
So those folks who are going to dive into the Legend 50-wave version of Onslaught are going to be well rewarded for those efforts. I'm asking partially for myself, obviously, as well, and my fire team at home who might be listening.
Weapons team is really excited about attunement because it gives players some control over the drops that they get.
Well, that's what they said. They said it was they were releasing it as the top DPS grenade launcher, so it will be, is what they just said.
Actually, also too is
we just have to see how it works out. What kind of perks it has on it.
Any roles or weapons in particular where it was just your personal favorite that you had a lot of fun with in a playtest, or?
Probably of these weapons.
Because it's also about the longevity.
Yeah.
With that classic scope and the role that I've got on mine, the role that I'm going to try and get in retail, is Headseeker Kill Clip, which is like just really nasty in PvP.
Yeah.
And that's I'll put another few hundred hours.
He just did Disruption Break.
I'll be right there with you, honestly. The moment I can put Dead Man's Tail down again.
Targeted loot hunt? Yeah, so you can attune, in the Hall of Champions, you can attune the statues to only drop certain weapons, so you get those specific weapons every time. So if you're farming for a specific role on Recluse, you attune the Recluse statue and you're gonna get nothing but recluse drops until you get your perfect roll that you're looking for, which will also come with enhanceable perks whenever the final shape comes
final
out.
lane and just completely nuke it if you get your like unlimited grenades going. You can just completely destroy. So
Not a higher chance, it's guaranteed.
Luna's Howl.
She said it was guaranteed that you get that weapon.
Yeah, I tend to get a little feral, a little too excited. Sometimes having like kill clip on it.
So you're gonna get the rewards for doing onslaught are crazy. You can knock these weapons off one at a time, just attune the specific weapon that you want, and knock them off one at a time. Why are the Destiny 2 servers down? Is because they're doing the weekly patch.
The hustle that I don't end up having.
It's a weekly patch. It goes down every week on Tuesday. Where have you been?
From Lil Camino, I think is how
For
you pronounce
years,
his name.
it's gone down every week on
Get it
Tuesday
correct.
for an hour.
But just to reiterate,
Or more.
Will these weapons be attainable after the final shape arrives?
Yes, the base weapons will be, but the limited edition variants with those sweet ornaments will not.
Excellent. All right. So again, make sure you go ahead and dive on in.
So you'll be able to get these in final shape, but the limited edition with the ornaments, you will not be able to get them
Again, speaking for myself.
again whenever final shape comes out. So you have to grind these now. Normally I'm at work. I apologize. No reason to apologize. It's just, yeah, it's been years that this has gone on.
With our site, yes.
Thank you. That's right. So is this ones that you guys have set up where it's like this is the go-to role? This is our
This is how
opinion,
this
like one of
this
our
is the way.
favorites, Or what was the process of kind of building those curated roles?
Yeah, we try to deliver something which is like an extremely good role, not necessarily the single perfect role, because we want you to have a reason to go in and get.
Yo, Mountaintop just booping everything, man.
But like we would say.
So when does it come out? April 9th is when the new social space,
On the way, certainly.
Yeah.
And
Into
also
the Light,
remember, everyone,
Onslaught,
we're
all
getting
this stuff
100
comes
more
out.
vault slots once the final shape comes out, so go ahead and just farm away. Now's the time. Sorry, Kelsey, were you going to say something more?
Yeah, we also just wanted to make sure people weren't completely at the mercy of RNG when it comes to getting these limited edition variants. So if you log in, you do those quests at our site, you can get one guaranteed copy of a limited edition of each weapon with that curated.
Nice.
Yeah. See, we're getting, again, I think, obviously, Tom is here in the heat of battle, so to speak, but the origin trait, we just got another question about, actually. So for the folks at home, it's indomitability, or?
Yes.
Thank you, all right. And that one, can you, again, walk through that origin trait for us one more time?
Yeah, so on Final Blows, it grants you grenade energy if you're running a light subclass.
Here we go, we got it on screen.
Yeah, there we go. So yeah, which would be Arc Void or Solo, or melee energy if you're running a Darkness subclass, which would be Stasis or Strand.
Got it, okay. So I can go in, there's a stasis main, and just throw all the shurikens I possibly have. Yeah, there's a more technical thing for that. I'm sorry, I got it wrong out of the gate. All right, let's see here. And also too, actually, you know, we talked kind of at the beginning about what it was like to sort of pare down this list of weapons down to 12. Can you tell us a little bit about that process?
Andre, I have
can't
so many
imagine it was
notes,
anywhere
dude.
Near as simple.
12 is a really small number when you're looking at that set of weapons, and if
Yeah.
we'd gone by
What's your Twitch? Same as my
on the internet or
same
even
as
internally,
TikTok.
could
Sizzins.
easily have ended up being half hand cannons. We had to
Andre, I
restrict
have
ourselves
notes,
to-
dude.
Fair.
This
There
video
were
is going to
a
be
lot
thick.
that could easily
It
have
all
been
goes in
done.
order.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to clip certain portions
honestly,
of the
though,
video.
Between Midnight Coup and Luna's Howl, like a very, very solid cast. To
So
ahead
you
and
can go
cut
through the
it.
video and skip to the next portion, clip it, let it
Definitely
cut.
wanted to get that
I'm gonna
strong
talk about everything in
experience
order of the
across
live
the
stream
first
here.
few years of Destiny 2 as well.
Yeah, honestly, and also too is even recalling all the way back to the Black Armory. That's I think a set of weapons that so many of us think back to so fondly. Again, I think one of the goals here was to go ahead and retain that original feel. You guys went ahead and added in a bunch of new perks. Can you tell us what that process?
What's up,
was
Michael
like
from
in terms of
TikTok?
Making sure those perks
Good to see you. Welcome.
matched up
Exclamation
with that
welcome.
feel of the weapon?
Thank you for the
In
follow.
cases where we have multiple weapons in the same archetype shipping, so we've got 2 pulse rifles, 2 hand cannons, we assigned those to different designers and made sure that the roles that they occupy in the sandbox were sufficiently different. We also would look at the most popular roles that the weapons had originally and make
Is this
sure
Elsie's? Yeah, it's Elsie's. Okay, bet. Man, this is cool.
To redesign some perks, which would be
It looks smooth.
Yeah.
I assume he's playing on controller.
But yeah, and then introducing.
Jesus.
When you go and you look at
Seems unnecessary,
blast
dude.
bonus in your vault or something like.
Just whipping out the secession on red bars, man.
Next perk that came out after that, right?
Yeah.
And made sure.
What's your opinion on Strand Warlocks? OP?
Yeah. And there's also,
Please nerf.
I'm not sure if we've seen it on screen yet, but there's a new perk that'll be joining.
Strand
this
Warlock
build as well.
rotations are crazy.
Yeah,
They're fun.
There's, in this build, it's called Last Stand. The
It's
ship
better than
is-
dropping a well
but
and just
yeah,
standing in
that's
it.
A pretty sweet perk. If we could bring up the description of that when Tom is out of danger.
Which weapon is that on?
There was one. It was on Blast Furnace, I think.
You're gonna die.
Let me shut up.
Oh, there we go. All right, well, we'll let him defend himself briefly.
Yeah.
But we do have a couple questions from chat as well. So there's one that asks, Flo's Knuckles, I believe. There we go. Can we grind Onslaught multiple times for multiple drops? I'm assuming this is just.
Weapon final blows grant bonus damage melee, and grenade final blows grant larger bonus damage that can stack. Last Stand is cool.
Currency from shacks that you can bring back, and you can throw in that chest.
So you get bonus damage every time you kill and stuff. That's crazy. With Head Secret, this thing might be a menace in
Honestly, yeah, go ahead and
PvP.
chase that roll, whatever you want.
That thing might be a
Also,
menace.
too, one more quick question from chat. Mega125358, pardon me, Mega, asks, can you take the limited edition ornament off and put it on another copy of the weapon, or is it just on that one weapon?
So you can remove it, you can't put it on something else.
Cool.
It's locked to the weapon that it dropped on.
Makes sense, yeah. I mean, honestly, when it looks that good, you just gotta go ahead and stick with what you got, you know?
Yeah, if players have a favorite shader that they want to put on a weapon, they can remove it and put the shader on.
Yeah, that's true.
Can't shade the ornament.
You can go ahead and photo finish it up to your heart's content, obviously, that opportunity. Or super black, obviously, when the time arrives.
Super Black!
All right, let's see.
Quicksilver with Strand Exotic.
So, Tom, what are you running right now?
I've just been
Can't remember the
hopping
name.
around
You're talking
with
about the,
all weapons here. I've got Blast
Swarmers.
Furnace and LC's rifle on. I know double primary isn't always meta, but
We're gonna make it meta for the sake of this.
they're both
particular lost sector.
pretty solid weapons.
This isn't LC's. Your Blast Furnace. Oh, Blast
Here's
Furnace
that
and
new perk
LC's.
that
Got
you
you.
both
Never
were
mind.
talking about Last Stand on.
Again, reminder, this
Blast
name will be
Furnace.
changing in the live.
Look at the
version.
timer on the left.
Yeah, so weapon final blows grant bonus damage. Melee and grenade final blows grant a larger damage bonus.
Last Stand has a
So
timer.
once you get this perk really rolling, it's very strong. You
Yeah.
can sustain it.
Nice way to go ahead and clear out a bunch of red bars and then take down that yellow
Yeah,
bar.
but once you get a
Go ahead and
kill,
go
like
ahead
you're
and
just
play.
knocking down kills after that. So quick.
Yeah, it ties nicely into the origin trait as well. The
Six.
origin trait
Back to
grants
6.
for your abilities, and then you get bonus damage for
Get the kill. Get the kill.
final blows.
6.
Really
Back to
creates-
6.
creates that loop on
You just sustain it.
Self-fulfilling prophecy of death at that.
I wonder how many stacks
Which
is the
a good
max
reason
though,
to
man, because
remind
he's
yourself, frankly.
3,000. It just keeps his damage keeps
Also,
going
too,
up.
You know, I know we touched obviously on Chris's personal favorite being Blast Furnace. Kelsey,
Almost
was there anything,
4,000.
when you saw this land back on the list of the Brave Arsenal, where you were like, finally, that one's back.
I wonder how long you can keep that going up if you're clearing ads.
I was real excited about Linda's Howl.
I mean, that's just smart, honestly. That just makes sense. Tom, how about you? Is there anything in particular that you know, obviously having taken such a big hand in helping design and sort of define all this stuff, you know, what are your favorite weapons and roles that have come out of this?
I'm pretty basic, pretty easy. I really.
Oh, yeah, an
am
Onslaught would be
excited
pretty
about
crazy.
Recluse and Mountaintop.
Yeah.
Like I just love that combo of being able to like get in close with an SMG and get the damage perk going and feeling really powerful, then being able to switch to the grenade launcher and fire off some like little mini rockets and be able to play around with getting a little more airborne. It's just like, it's just fun.
I can already imagine some Strand Hunter doing that above me and then immediately diving on top of me in the crucible.
And I look forward to like, you know, not accidentally blowing myself up, but it's a lot harder to do now. Like I remember with Mountaintop back in the day, I would just like shoot my feet on purpose and like, it was usually like an instant death. And so you can really, you get a lot more up close and personal with it.
Yeah, let's see. Fit nicely into a lot of builds. Honestly, I can already see a Tommy's Matchbook build with that. Just floating up there in the sky as a warlock, just murdering everyone. But that is to say, now there's an opportunity for more than just warlocks to be the floating weapon platforms out there in the game. Yeah. I know, Kelsey, I'm sorry. we can share.
Yes.
We can
Yeah,
share
well,
the
it's grenades
abilities.
and melees. So it just keeps on stacking, right? So if you're getting kills with the weapon and you're getting grenade kills and you're getting melee kills,
Mountaintop to
I think it's
launch
gonna go
yourself way
crazy.
into the air,
Yeah.
switch over to Manticore.
Yeah.
You can just hover around.
Just seems like a fever dream I had one time, honestly. Also, too, for the folks at home that may not have seen the Manticore kind of redesign, can you tell us a little bit, too, about how the intrinsic perk on that works now?
Yeah, so it's the base functionality, the way you use the weapon is fairly similar. We've tightened up its activation, so it will no longer activate if you're running downstairs and that kind of thing, which is pretty irritating. You can also just deactivate it by holding reload, and it will do that quick special reload animation.
Oh, very nice.
Before you have to wait for it to expire or like switch.
Edge Transit needs to chill.
And then the catalyst, instead of just giving you damage resistance, now gives you a void overshield, which
nice.
of course also gives you damage resistance, but
Yeah.
can tie into void builds in a pretty synergistic way.
Very nice, honestly. Yeah, between that, Devour, the whole nine, obviously, there's going to be a lot of mobile weapon platforms.
Survivability is wild. It also decreases enemy accuracy against you, similar to the always on time Sparrow. So
Yeah.
you've got a ton more like damage resistance. You've got an overshield, and enemies are missing you all the time. So it's combined with being able to launch yourself up into the air easily with Mountaintop. It's
Yeah.
good fun.
That's also too actually. We got a question from chat that
I love
is,
the
What's
cloak.
the difference between the new perk and Golden Tricorn?
Absolutely
Is that
love
pretty
the
similar?
cloak.
They do have kind of similar functionality. The big one is that the Golden Tricorn bonus is large, but doesn't.
Is that the galley skimmer? It kind of
So,
looked like it. I'm not sure.
The uptime on the new perk, whose name I can't remember.
Yep.
It's not in this book. We changed it. Is that the uptime is higher?
Excellent. Okay, makes sense. Also, too, it's we got another chat as well. Chat question, pardon me, I should say. Will the weapon ornaments for Luna's Howl and the Recluse be equipable for the new versions of those weapons?
Yes, they will.
Oh, awesome.
Both for the base versions and for the variants, you can
Nice.
equip any ornaments that you've got. Players have already noticed that some of those are showing up later in the season
Yeah.
in the Bright Dust Storm.
For anyone out there that might go ahead and check through the databases, they might have noticed something potentially.
Yep.
Yeah, we can't say yes or no, but maybe. Firm maybe, certainly.
So there's gonna be new ornaments coming out.
Excellent. All right, so we're...
When do the servers come back up?
Tom, I gotta
Exclamation point
say,
servers.
it seems like you're making some pretty good, quick work of these lost sectors.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like he's played them before.
Maybe once or twice, potentially?
I don't know, man.
didn't
Like,
work on you,
I don't work at
It's been a
Bungie.
while, though.
So Tom, actually also too is, you know, as you've kind of been helping sort of build a lot of what Into the Light is going to be, you know, what was the role that these weapons played? Like why is Shaxx choosing now to go ahead and re-equip us with this particular set of antiquities?
And part of the idea is that it's like this forbidden arsenal, right? The things that aren't, that we've kind of set aside, at least in the Crucible and other spaces, and now in this kind of dire time with our backs against the wall, we need to, you know, kind of set aside those conventions and you know, really take every advantage.
Yeah, we're
we
throwing
can.
away our morality to be powerful. Got it.
Kinda
Thanks.
like,
That's
you know,
all you had to
kinda
say.
Players in this moment, you know, with Into the Light, you know, it's a great time to hop in and play if you haven't been playing, or if you want to catch up. And we're going to give you the weapons you need to be ready for the final shape. Like as long as you show up every week, you do the work, you're going to get like an incredible arsenal.
Bro's trying to tiptoe around it, man.
Particularly if
We're
you're
throwing away our
looking
morality
at
to beat the witness.
some
Done.
of
Got
the,
it. Thanks.
Meta heavy grenade launchers.
Yeah.
Like we used to outlaw weapons because they were too powerful. Now we're throwing away those outlaws, and we're throwing
Also
away our
too,
laws
I just
and
got
our
word
morality.
from back at home
to beat
that,
the witness.
Also, Noah is apparently back at home after last week's stream in chat, cheering everyone on. So if everyone out there wants to give him a quick yeah, great in chat, now's the time. He's listening. Excellent. Alrighty.
I really like auto-loading host or a mountaintop.
Oh yeah.
It's, I mean, I've
Feel
got,
strong.
yeah, I've got a fighting lion, pardon our dust loadout that obviously hinges pretty heavily
The
on
Luna's
auto-loading
Howl,
holster
dude.
because I
Yeah.
never want to stop shooting
Why is he
when
not
you're-
using Lunas, man?
I'm one of those. I'm sorry.
Maybe he's not a hand cannon user.
We're getting some love for Noah in the chat. All right, love to see it.
Definitely, a hand cannon is
So
one of
also
those things
too,
you got to
actually,
be
know,
hitting your
over the
shots
course
like
of
crazy.
developing kind of this new reward structure, was there anything about it where you're like, all right, this is the moment. Like Onslaught is set up just right. Like, what was it like, kind of building this structure for players to go ahead and just reinvest in? I guess.
Yeah. I think when we finally got the loot explosion going, 'cause
Yeah.
there's this whole conversation and how we want it to feel when you open the chest and all this stuff, and all these people working together doing tech stuff to make sure it all worked great and everyone doing their part, and then, you know, finally getting in there and just running through. and seeing
42,000
everything
off that
was-
grenade launcher
Like,
shot,
I guess
man.
all of your work just like flying through the air and space was just really satisfying, and it really felt like it was coming together.
Oh,
And
there he
also
goes
really
with Luna's
partially
Howl. Let's go.
more icons and world art coming in. The space really started to feel tangible when Shaxx
Oh, he's him.
finally had the
Sorry, I was
guns
unfamiliar with your
and the-
game, dude.
and and all the hollow
He's
shacks.
him.
Wow, they're just like this, you know.
Did you guys have that vision of the Hollow Shaxes like right away? You were like, this is how we want it to be. Or was
I'd
it
like to
just-
make
what
my
was
own
the
command
evolution
now.
of that
Jesus,
space
wait,
like
what?
when you guys were building it?
We got to, it was really fun working with world art and all this stuff. We had a bunch of people in the room, everyone who's dedicated to the space in some capacity, and we were just brainstorming together and laughing and coming up with all these fun ideas. So it was a huge collaborative process, and I think that's what's so magical about working in games, is you get to work with all these people who know all these things that you don't, and make something so cool and awesome.
Yeah. Actually, also too, we got one more quick question from chat that caught my eye. Is the Master of Arms perk as powerful as before?
No, it's had to be toned down a little bit.
Fair. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still very strong. But yeah, that original version is pretty wild.
Kind of in a league of its own, certainly.
Okay, dude, we get it, dude. He's surgical with it.
All right, Tom. So what's your what's your strat right now? Is it basically just Old West gunslinger?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had a chance to play with all these guns either, so I'm just having fun over here. Like you can do your stream over there. I'm just gonna play with Midnight Coup here, which just it just feels so snappy and crispy. Like I just gotta point it in the right direction. And it does a lot of the work.
Explosive rounds and kinetic tremors. Is that what it has? Or?
Yeah,
That's right.
like you can just you don't even really need to be that accurate, I guess, with this roll. I can just kind of shoot around enemies. And
Make them dance like in the Old West.
Pretty sure this is still the highest aim assist of any legendary hand cannon in the game too.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah.
What are some roles, by the way? So obviously, I think they each kind of have their different PvP and PvE flavors. But in the PvE trenches, are there any roles in particular with this new kind of set of perks that you were really caught off guard by or
Pull out
surprised by?
Lunas, dude.
I mean, Firefly Kinetic Tremors is really, really strong. I think that was actually the role that Noah was running last week.
Bobby,
He was making it look pretty good, thankfully.
He's smart.
dodge and
That was
reload,
alright, I
dude.
think.
Dodge and reload.
What else? I think the
You had
role
Killing
of
Tally and
the
Rampage
Edge
going,
Transit,
why?
Which is
Dang it, man.
column.
Yeah.
Being able to just like mag dump
Yeah.
a whole drum grenade launcher, it's really strong.
Yeah.
The Rampage, dude.
Potential is wild.
And also, too, actually, another question from Chad.
Now shoot the
To
boss.
get the double perk.
Dodge and
rolls
reload,
on the
shoot the
weapons,
boss.
Do you have to do higher
Let's
level
go.
onslaughts, or
Oh,
is
you're
that
out of
just
ammo.
limited to drop with double perks in each column, regardless?
There is.
Not gonna lie, I'm excited for Hammerhead. It needs a bigger magazine than what he's using,
Yeah.
for
And
sure.
also, too, just a quick.
Everyone
reminder,
tap the screen, promote
questions
this
for
live
Chad
on this
are
app. I appreciate you, RT.
Those ones have a higher chance of giving you one of the limited edition variants, or
Those give you the curated ones, right? The
Yes,
Curated?
those
That's
are
right,
the
thank
curated
you.
ones. So pretty much that's a guarantee that you can get them. But anytime you get a brave weapon, there's a chance that it will have the double perks and the.
That was a
also
12,000
armor.
crit.
So
Very cool.
that was actually a really fun thing. Once
The difference between
first time
it was 8,000 for the Midnight Coup.
Like if you in a playtest time. Oh,
Why was
I got
Luna's
one, I got a
12?
Limited edition one. It's just a really fun.
It's
fun
kind of.
Like, I understand they're using the dev build, but that's 4,000 more damage on Lunas.
Checking through all the guns that are sitting in your mailbox, and you're just like, oh, that
Yeah,
initial
but,
set of
like,
rolls is pretty cool.
that's
And
a
you
lot
go,
of damage.
Wait, I can curate this to exactly what I want it to be. Like that moment's always pretty rewarding, honestly. So obviously,
Midnight's a 120, I
quick reminder
believe.
to everyone in chat. So the
how perk it has. Yeah, I understand it's the perk, but that's a lot of difference in damage. I thought they said they dumbed down the
Yes,
Midnight Howl.
Excellent. Okay, set. Thank you very much. All right. See, we have the experts here, obviously. All right, Tom. Where's next on the list? Which lost sector is going to wilt against your powers?
I think I'm gonna go, and I don't know what it's called, but it's on top of the little rocks here, I think, right? That's where it's at? I'm trying to remember.
So you just go ahead and drop on down in.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Those fallen aren't going to be safe for long.
Yeah, can't die from full damage anymore.
It's true. Who could possibly do that? That's what we have the mountaintop to do, or to use for rather to get those kills on ourselves.
Sir, you have one bullet in your magazine. Can you reload your weapon?
This is the right way.
And actually, also too, so a lot of questions in chat about the pools of perks that are going to be available, the weapons that are going to be available. You and your team over on the weapons team have also gone ahead and authored a blog that will be hitting Bungie.net tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah, that's going to list out all of the
You
weapons.
have all the time in the world,
all of
Tom.
the perks that can appear on them. So
Nice.
no mystery.
We
about
shot
that.
one bullet, we missed.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, excellent. So there will be
And then we had to
plenty of
reload.
opportunities for all the build crafters out there to go ahead and go nuts and kind of imagine their most
Yeah,
exciting
so-
opportunities, really.
Little over 8,000. I want him to switch to Lunas. I want to see another
Actually,
headshot.
so
Yeah, let's
also
do
too,
this.
we've talked a lot about the Brave Arsenal. Let's go ahead and touch
18.
on the parade set again. What was kind of the inspiration behind that set and kind of bringing it forward now? This is kind of like a full circle moment, rather, that I know Thomas mentioned.
That was the first shot was
Why
an
is Shaq
18.
choosing now to equip us with this armor set.
Like, he just got Magnificent Howl to
Really
proc
wasn't
right there.
as
Now I want to see the
visible as those
damage.
kind of
No, it's okay.
conversations. It was actually really, really
Here we go.
fun. Look beautiful. Kind of waiting to see how we're gonna end up looking in the end.
Lunas with lucky pants. Oh my god, dude. PvP nightmare.
So excited to see him in the.
PvP nightmare, dude.
Yeah, it was. I think honestly that first look at them in the key art. Obviously there was an initial glimpse,
Yeah.
and it's weird because even as good as they look,
Imagine running around with like an auto rifle or an SMG and then switching to a hand cannon in PvP and just smoking somebody.
That Warlock's hands? Who knows?
If you're trying to bring back players' favorites, like there is so much nostalgia for that parade armor set.
Yeah.
bringing that back and updating it a little bit. Like I still run the
Super Black.
parade armor set on my character from time to time. So
Gotta have that classic look, obviously.
yeah.
And obviously getting a chance to go ahead and chase down Super
Dude,
Black.
so many people are gonna be so excited about this. I love the cloak. Are they bringing back the? Yeah, they're doing the Super Black shader. It's gonna be coming with the Onslaught loop. The new Hall of Champions social space is going to have quests and like completable tiers of loot. And on the final tier of loot, it gives you the Super Black key, which will give you the Super Black shader.
You know, we've gone ahead and kind of gone around the horn over here. Is there anything about this kind of new?
You know when the server's going to be back up? Not a clue. I don't work at Bungie.
Excited about kind of the overall sandbox now that we're going to have.
Usually right around nowish, very
really
close.
Excited about a lot of these weapons are they're not god rolls, but they're pretty close to it. Like if you show up every week and you do the weekly quest, you're going to get something that is really pretty powerful, and it's going to be like, for example, just looking at like the Hammerhead here, it's got Rampage and Killing Tally on it. That's just incredible.
That's insane ad clear.
It just never stops firing, right? Like, and then you're also increasing damage every time you take an enemy out, which is cool. And I could look at each one of these weapons.
They're up now. There you go. They're up now.
I think we might have glossed
there you
over
go.
earlier, but the Edge Transit with
everybody's saying they're up.
You get a kill, and then you can dump the whole mag in like 2 or 3 seconds, which is really powerful. And I think people are going to find a lot of great synergies between these weapons. Like I was even like Mountaintop, Recluse, and Cascade Edge Transit felt great. Like I could like use the SMG while my Mountaintop is reloading, and then like getting kills with those activates Cascade Point, and I can swap over and dump the mag for Edge Transit. And like I could see similar things with Hammerhead and Forbearance, or with Elsie's Rifle. And then like there's also just some classic weapons here that I really miss that I'm really excited for Blast Furnace.
Hey, Tom, can we talk about how you did 18,000 damage in one headshot, please? Thank you.
Like relevant in the power game again, and being something that is accessible to players new and old.
Yeah. Someone who spends a lot of time in the Crucible, I'm terrified already. Proctor, thank you very much for all the hard work on that. See you and yours, obviously. All right, so I think we're probably getting to a point now. We've gone ahead and checked out the rewards. We've checked out the new social space. We've checked out the Brave Arsenal. It's probably about time for us to go ahead and start wrapping things up here. Mr. Tom Farnsworth, when you get an opportunity, feel free to go ahead and rejoin us. Relinquish your hold from the throne world. Obviously.
Solid live stream, guys, honestly.
This is so fast. Your jump ship was right in orbit, wasn't it?
Right here.
I hear it's lovely this time of year out there in the throne world.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's at Noah and Kelsey have been keeping it warm for me in there.
That's true. All right, fair enough. Yeah, and again, we can use some sword logic later to expand it when the time comes. But for right now, we've gone ahead and done our job. Well, for starters, thank you all so much for taking time to join us to talk us through, obviously, the Hall of Champions, talk us through the Brave Arsenal, through everything with Into the Light. It's been a great show. So thank you guys for starters for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yeah, thanks.
Absolutely. And also, too, as a quick reminder, again, to everyone, we'll be back next week, the same Bungie time, same Bungie place, to have another live stream about everything, or some more stuff coming with Destiny 2 Into the Light, including some exotic mission, some exotic mission content and the craftable weapons that'll be available to them.
Terrible live stream, all rehashed content we already have. Shut up, man. Change the record. Go play something else then.
Map pack as well. So if you want to see everything that's going to be coming in those
TikTok checking, am I right?
Next week,
it's crazy.
Time, and there might be a few more additional surprises that we'll have in store for you.
More surprises.
Never know. But and also too, the final thing we're going to go ahead and make sure you close with is, as a quick reminder, of course, with the arrival of the final shape, you'll be able to get 100 more slots in your vault. As you can go ahead and see here on camera, we put it to good use ourselves. We had some Edge Transit rules.
Nothing but Edge
Transit. To go ahead and slot them on
They're trolls, man.
So we now have those, thankfully, in safekeeping now for the arrival of the.
They're trolls, dude.
Never hurts. All right, everyone. Well, thank you all so much for taking the time to join us today. We'll see you back here next week at the same Bungie time, same Bungie place. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you all Starside.
GG's. GG's, good watch party. We'll see you next time, YouTube.